Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Akemi. I'm a part-time content creator, and on this channel we talk about content creation, creativity and self-education, which is the topic we're going to talk about today. So if you find it hard to keep motivated, focused and consistent while learning anything you want, you are in the right place, because today you're going to learn the method that I use to learn anything I want fast and effectively. So without further ado, let's jump to today's video. This video is part of the self-education series, which is about learning by your own means, setting your own rules, and finding ways and methods to learn fast and effectively. I'm going to reveal the method, and it is called the self-imposed challenge. So what's the difference between this challenge and the challenge you usually see on social media, like 15-day workout challenge, like 5-day no sugar challenge? So the first one, the self-imposed challenge, is about setting your own rules, your own goals, and you can customize entirely your preferences, your needs, and like the whole framework of the challenge. And the second one is like a preset challenge that is made by someone else, like an expert, a coach, a trainer. So that is basically the biggest difference between those challenges. So how I came across with this challenge, I was trying to find a way to learn something by myself, and just because I was interested in many things, I wasn't satisfied with the things I learned in school, in college. So I needed to hold myself accountable, because I was responsible for everything that I learned outside of college. So I just typed a few rules and conditions in my computer, and I just came up with this idea, and I applied it just out of curiosity, and it worked. The first challenge that I did was, I think it was the retreat, because a few years ago I just challenged myself to do a retreat, a spiritual retreat on winter holidays, which lasts like 15 days. So every day I would wake up and I would do some yoga, I would meditate, and I would read spiritual books. So that was like the first time I kind of realized that this kind of method really worked and could be really effective for learning, not just learning, but immersing yourself in something new, or an experience that you want to dive deeper into. For example, my spiritual life. And actually, I didn't know how to name this challenge, so I looked up on the internet and I found this kind of challenge that was used in gaming, which is called self-imposed challenge. So I think, yeah, that is true, and that is also applicable to the thing that I was doing with my learning, the method I was using for my learning, because I myself create a challenge that is specifically personalized for my needs and my preferences and my own interests, and kind of apply it to my learning process. So this challenge that is used in gaming, the self-imposed challenge, is usually used by gamers who find a game too easy. So what they do is they just invent a new challenge, they kind of set different conditions from like the real game, which are harder to pass. So they challenge themselves even more when the real game feels too easy for them, to find the game a little bit more exciting. Let's talk about the benefits of the self-imposed challenges. First and foremost, they are good for something that you want to learn, like a new topic, a skill. They are great to hold yourself accountable and learn to be more responsible with your learning process and your life as well. They can be customized entirely to include all your needs, your preferences, your interests, your own goals. And of course, they help you stay motivated, focused, and consistent while immersing yourself in a topic or a skill that you want to learn. I almost forget it, but self-imposed challenges are also good when you don't know if something is worth your time. For example, you are curious to learn to play the guitar, I don't know, but you don't really know if that is something that you actually like because you never tried it. So you set yourself a 15-day challenge to learn the guitar, the basics of the guitar, and at the end of the challenge you can decide if that hobby is worth your time and your energy. So this is the juicy part, how to apply those self-imposed challenges. And I'm going to use a challenge that I did that was successful to kind of exemplify how to apply these challenges. The first thing that you need to do is to set a goal. And that means that you need to set an intention to have achieved at the end of the challenge. For example, at the end of this challenge, I want to feel more confident regarding the areas of finances, marketing, and sales in my own coaching business. Then you define how long you want your challenge to be. At first, I recommend you to do your challenges as short as possible, like a 5-day challenge, 10-day challenge, 15-day challenge. After that, you need to set a start date and an end date. So you just bring your calendar, your agenda, and decide when you are available at least 1 hour every day or 30 minutes every day to dedicate it to this challenge. And here's the fun part. After that, you create your mini tasks, your daily tasks. And these tasks are made to be completed every day in order to make progress in your challenge. In this case, I set a timer for 30 minutes and I read a book about finances, marketing, or sales. And after that, I made a summary of the most important ideas and I sent them to a friend over message, which I was doing the challenge with. So in this phase, it is important to include both theory and practice. So not only I was reading and incorporating new ideas, but I was sharing to someone else, I was teaching someone else. The great advantage of these self-imposed challenges is that you can decide if you want to do them by yourself, alone, or with someone else. So you can text a friend or a partner and ask them if they want to be your accountability partner. And it has to be someone that is also interested in the same challenge that you are doing, so you both have similar goals. So it is also important to keep track of your progress, to know that you are completing each day of the challenge. And if you miss one day or if you miss 2 days, it's no problem, because you can keep going and you can extend those days that you missed at the end of the challenge if you decide to. And keep in mind that you can use rewards when you don't feel really motivated during the challenge. For example, you can say, I'm going to reward myself with a bar of chocolate when I complete this task, or I'm going to buy myself a book when I complete the whole challenge. I realize the video is getting longer than I expected, so I'm going to wrap it up real quick. All in all, these kind of challenges help you improve your life and learn anything you want by setting your own rules and by holding yourself accountable. And it is also great that you can customize fully your whole experience. So If you want to know more about this challenge, please let me know in the comments below. Write down your questions and your doubts. And thank you so much for watching this video. See you on the next. Ciao, ciao!